No, hi Ark. Yeah, no, I just got this thing started. Posted the announcement, then something came up, and here we are. So hi, welcome to the Deltahead stream. I am James Howell. Tonight we are doing Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2, Part 2, and it's 2/13/2021. And so what I'm thinking I'm going to do, Evening Greyling, it's good to see you. What I think I'm going to do is, I'm going to do probably 2.5 to 3 hours of Soul Reaver 2. And I got Bionic Commando for the NES, which I actually got working on the NES itself. Last time I did an NES game, it was Prince of Persia, and I was kind of on an EMU box that doesn't quite render the sound right. And, for Bionic Commando on the NES, just the music is a very, very important part of that experience. So, forbidden platformer game. Have I forbidden a platformer game, or is it forbidden for other reasons? I don't think I forbade it. But if I did, then that forbiddenness is now off, and the seal may be broken. Excuse me. Yeah, Deltahead actually does come from something specific. That's from the Hand in Killer 7 book. Harmon Smith, who is the sort of central entity around which all the personae revolve in the Killer 7 Assassin Syndicate. Prior to his being given mystical powers by Kun Lan, who actually predates him as an entity, he was an Irish immigrant to the United States named Harmon Deltahead. And so it's kind of a nice tip and an homage to that origin for me, as a place where I started doing serious game stuff. But yeah, so and I'm actually unfamiliar with Bionic Commando being slightly cursed. I hope this isn't like a Macbeth thing, but I guess we'll find out. Oh yes, yeah, no, Deltahead and Killer 7 are like that. Evening, Space Hamlet. It's good to see you. Pre-game show. Finished reading this finally. The Nakano Thrift Shop, and I've got to say, reading this actually taught me something that I've taken for granted over the past year, but have only kind of been experimenting with over the past month, really since the new year began. So this book has been very hard for me to get into, and very hard for me to sort of, let me say that again, not very hard. This book has had a hard time capturing my attention, and what I find myself doing is I give 30 minutes of this like very fast burn fuse energy that I use. I enjoy the imagery, I enjoy the phrasing, the writing, the characters, etc. But then after about that, my mind starts to wander, and I'm like, okay, I think this is my sign to put this down and go do something else. And I have obeyed that sort of rule several times in the past. In this case, though, I was about 40 pages from the end, and I was like, you know what, I am going to sit down, I'm just going to burn through the last 40 pages of this book, regardless of how long it takes me. And I actually set aside about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do that, and that's about how long it took to get through those 40 pages. The 30 minutes passed, attention started to wander, and I let it do that for a little bit, let that energy kind of peter out, and then when that was left, I was just kind of bored. And that was actually a really great place to get to, because hitting the point where the enthusiasm is burned out, that sort of superficial energy for being interested and curious, not superficial in a negative way, mind you. Once that's gone, then boredom sets in, and then it is actually a choice. Like, am I going to engage with this? What am I gonna do? So I actually made the conscious choice to read it, and the experience of reading those last 40 pages after that 30 minutes burned out was exquisite. It was very, very invested. It was vibrant, and I'm really glad it came at the end too, because it took all the previous experiences with the characters and really wrapped it up. And oh yeah, she's a good one. Meow. And a good one ready to be bad, as you can see from the tail, what the tail's doing. So yeah. Anyway, so that's the experience of reading. The book itself is wonderful. It is, again, as I've said before, more of a slice of life type book, which is not totally the kind of thing I read often, and I'm glad to have read now. There was actually something really nice in here. What do we got? Yeah, this is describing a gin jug that the body and the neck had turned soot black, but when you turned it upside down, the bottom was rough and uneven and shone like a mirror. If you looked closely, you could see iridescence, and that is beautiful. Like I can feel that in my brain. That's it's very clear. It's very simple. Oh no, and it also yeah, no, it also brings that section together. Or something else. Hey, come on. You're being so good. You can totally lean into this. And there's also, I don't know if this is like, I don't know if this is supposed to be idiosyncratic for the character, or if this is something that is sort of cultural knowledge that, makes sense implicitly to an audience in the native language. But if you wear excessively proper mourning clothes to the wake, it looks as though you were expecting the death. And I've never heard that before, and I don't know if that's supposed to be some sort of received wisdom. I guess, like, I don't know at what level that wisdom lives on, if that is like proverbial for the culture or if that's idiosyncratic for the person. But yeah. No, it's good stuff, and it's well written and lovely, and I recommend it if you're looking for a kind of calmer paced story. Calmer paced, not like this critter. Come on, come on. It's time for you to go. Come on, it's time for you to go. That's right, your favorite thing. Come on. Here we go. Says goodbye. Goodbye. All right. Oh, well, no wonder. It's black on the screen. That's because it's looking for the C64, which is not correct. Evening, Iceman Dan. It's good to see you. Yeah, Cormac McCarthy is gorgeous. A gorgeous writer. I mean, he might be beautiful, too. I don't know. I haven't seen a picture of him. 3-4 without follower notification. There we go. So, yeah, that brings us through the pregame show, and let me get this chat up on my iPad so I'll be able to see it once we actually start playing. This brings us to... You know, actually, on that whole, like, 30 minutes of enthusiasm burning out, then finding the deeper attention span beneath, I find that's actually true for writing as well. I remember driving off the map. That MGS2 essay wound up. It actually started off in sort of a somewhat different direction, and it really was only after writing it twice that the actual direction that it wanted to take became evident, which is the current form it is now. It probably, I think 20% of it right now represents what it was originally. So, yeah, sitting with something and letting it be boring and letting it feel complete, and then revisiting it is good practice. I mean, ruggedly handsome and dignified, I think that fits the man I would imagine responsible for that prose. All right. I think one of my favorite phrases from him came from Sutri, which is probably my favorite of his books, where he's describing a cat walking in an alley and sort of like the interplay of shadow and visibility, as they described it as cat encounter cat. And I just love that description. A report, you say? Please do share. Let's get this around here. Oh yeah? Is Phasmophobia available in flat screen, or is that VR only? I've heard excellent things about it. I would actually really dig playing that. Oh, really? That sounds cool. I would be interested in giving that a shot. Oh yeah, it actually snowed here today. We got a good helping of it, so that's kind of nice. It's kind of chilly in here, so this This old relic from the 70s might see some use. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, horror games in VR. Are there jump scares? Okay, excellent. Oh man, this is kind of a shame. I know that the wearing headphones is gonna kind of press my hair down, but honestly, if my hair were left as it is, I could probably cosplay as Lad, the main character from Bionic Commando when we get to that later tonight. Because of the. All right, so Reaver 2A, here we go. I love it. It's not quite a skulk. It's not quite a jog. Like a skog is what I'm going to call it. I mean, it's entirely possible. Can never rule out the possibility of being suddenly irradiated. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's one of those frogs. I chased one of those guys earlier. So I finished this temple, and I am looking to backtrack to find there was an entrance, or sorry, there was a door locked at my entrance to this Dark Soulsy, oh god, Dark Soulsy swamp, and that's what I'm backtracking to. Oh, hold on. Hey, what is up? Why don't you hang out on the chair? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, well, we have a return contestant. Yeah, Kat's feeling super social. So she understands the right ways to ask for attention. Because this is her second chance. She decided to spend her first shot at exile by digging at the Ethernet cable, which is not going to do us any favors. And we're going to see exactly what is on her mind here in a shortly. There we go. Oh, right, the Reaver eats it. Is this delicious for Raziel? It is not, in fact, anything of the sort. Ha! I have not seen this animation. Alright. Give me 1 second. I need to backup plan this guy, this critter. Come on. Okay, sorry about that. It's the first time in a while that I've had to kind of barricade the door. Oh, hey. Evening swimming. No, that's true. There's no naked snake mud death here. Oh, nifty. About the Wind Reaver thing. That's pretty cool. Well, last time when the stream ended, I cleared the first dungeon in the swamp. So now I am looking for a door that I could not open because I did not have a darkness-infused Reaver. Now, in any game where there is any kind of like skill tree or growth or anything of the sort, anything locomotion based, anything that makes me speed up or roll one more time is almost always going to be my priority. Doesn't look like I can get up there. That's probably some way that I return here. And yeah, Grayling, I think the AI is definitely confused. There we go. Look at this, it's me earlier today in the snow. So I could make it look confusing. As though something that made 2 separate prints per track were walking along. I don't know who would be fooled by such a thing, but I have given them something to consider later. Did I run the circle? What? Buddy, I told you to... This is something about the 3D strafing in this that's a little unclear. There we go. Oh yeah, that's the thing that I really wish it did, was close the distance after you dodge. Because not as much aggravating as being skillful doing a dodge and then finding out that you just whiff. Yeah, it drained more rapidly in Soul Reaver 1. Is this trying to remember. I think... Am I going in a circle? Oh, this looks important. Man, this is the challenge of picking up an adventure game after having put it down for a week. Everything looks kind of familiar, but I don't know if I'm interacting with it all the right way. But I am going to follow these lights and see where it takes me. This looks like a big old crypt. Evening Demented. Well, you say the underwater area, which gives me hope that there's just the one. Raziel keeping his head, shoulders, and neck perfectly poised while his body T-pose dog paddles all the way to his destination. This seems like I'm going in a circle, because I remember fighting these guys before. I actually am lost going through here, Demented, because I've already been through here. I solved the Dark Elemental Temple, and there was a particular gate that I have in mind to go toward, and I'm not 100% confident this is the way to do it. I think I might be going backwards. subterranean ruins. Well, thank you. I guess I'm gonna follow this path, and if it takes me around in a circle, then I'll kind of see what that looks like. I can either confirm or deny. Yeah, that results in a very different, a different kind of statement there, doesn't it? Okay, so these are the Pillars of Nosgoth. Alright. So I am going back the way that I think I intended to go. It's good.
Ah, my wayward child returns.
Having unearthed more than you'd like, I suspect. What am I to make of these ruins that litter the land, and these images here in this chamber?
Merely the deceits of a failed civilization. You are being misled, Raziel. This ancient race hoped to manipulate the future with these scrawled misdirections. You must tread carefully. There are dark forces at work in this world, bent on subverting your true destiny.
I have no doubt of that. The question is, am I in their presence right now?
Your arrogance will spell your demise, Raziel.
Yeah!
Deny my will, and the arc of your destiny will reach a sudden conclusion.
Your threats are unmoving. Even now, I'm beyond your reach.
My reach is longer than you realize. This is a very dangerous game you're playing, Raziel.
Oh, that's nice to see the tentacle reaching up. Yeah, no, the dialogue in this game. This is. I remember more dialogue in the first Soul Reaver than actually exists, and I think that probably. Buddy, do not insult his reach and then jump right back in the water. No, don't do it. There we go. Yeah, and I think that what has happened is I kind of transposed my memory of this with my memory of the first game. Something that I really appreciate about the dialogue in this is how just it's very rhythmic, and that's one of the things that comes through is not just it's easy to kind of look at the diction and kind of see that it's leaning into a very sort of like high, very deep vocabulary, high fantasy kind of way of talking. But something that's easy to overlook, because I don't think a lot of people think about it, is that the dialogue is written with a kind of versification. It doesn't rhyme, and it doesn't have like a visible meter that ends before it gets to the end of the page, but it has rhythm, and that's a rhythm that you can only really get through poetry. It's one of the reasons why I really dig the creative priorities of this game and this series. Yeah. Well, Raziel's he's like I don't know. I think of this as Raziel's like sophomore year. Like this is where he is sophomoric. It was a freshman revenant in the first game, very new to the situation and kind of getting the lay of the land, and now he knows just enough to make bad choices. Or maybe he knows just enough to make different bad choices. Oh, let me drop the volume on this. Speaking of knowing enough to make bad choices. That's right. Let's be honest, all of us look like this in puberty. Is this, yeah, this is it. This is my way out. There we go. Okay, so there is another door that requires the dark infused Reaver at the castle. Like that's my goal right now, is to get back in there. Yeah, that's that sound effect. I don't know. I think something that is interesting in this, in terms of how they're branching out. The first game was very minimalist and very reserved in a lot of ways, and it sort of filled in. A very dramatic tilt of the camera as Raziel paranoiacally looks behind him. But yeah, it's like the first game filled in a lot of the silence with atmosphere and that very dynamic music. And this one is exploring and testing its limbs, both in the dialogue and also in some of the music and sound effects. And sometimes it overstates, and it goes a little farther than maybe it feels best. But I really like how it is exercising itself here. Am I gonna meet Ariel? Ariel at the pillars yet? I guess not. No, you were not, Greyling. That is in fact there. Doesn't react. There we go. Very much needed that. Ah! There we go. Oh my. Wait, that Dark Souls is their first run of a 3D game, period. That's a bold first entry. I gotta say, I admire the go big or go home chutzpah on that. It's a very soulsy thing to do, I think. Okay. Cool. I am gonna guess that whenever I encounter a well that has a particular essence, that there's something nearby that I'm supposed to activate with it. At least that's what makes most sense to me. Is this... Oh, that's not my way forward. Oh, this! Here we go. Whew, camera's kind of freaking out a little bit. Okay, I'm backtracking here. Oh yeah, the Asylum in the DLC is fantastic. That is probably one of my favorite areas in that entire game, DLC or base game, either one. Alright, there we go. It's Janice Allrun's bird spy. Gotcha. Yeah, that is pretty nice about us. I think it's, I just think it's more common courtesy than anything else, right? Headshot? Yeah. Actually really curious to see if this bloodies him. It seems it does not. Where'd you go? Okay, no, it actually was damaging him. I thought it was just kind of a stun bounce. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, man. Information is good for one thing. More questions. This is my thinking on it. Okay. Is this a dead end? Or do I need to go to, or is this my way forward? Here. This might be it. Ah, I love that sound. Oh. Oh. Camera got a little wonky there. Anyway, those are, I like the sound effects on that walking on the bridge. Ah, yes, the surprisingly effective 1 foot to the left heart crab.
Here it comes. Taste my blade, vampire.
Gonna be a special feeling of, I don't know, misplaced momentum. When you're yelling, "Taste my blade, vampire," and he just does a quick jog past you on to whatever errand he needs to run. Oh yeah, yeah, no, it's ripping the heart out of his soul. Like, okay guys, I no longer need full health to keep my Reaver out, so I'm not especially motivated to spend time on you. Okay, so I think there was a dark gate somewhere around here. Yeah, the combat is better executed in this one for sure. Yeah, that's this is Proto Boston. That's exactly what this is. Oh, what are you gonna do? There we go. Alright, cool. Oh, maybe the gate that I'm thinking of is in a different area, because I know... Oh, that's right. That crystal is what I need to interact with to get back in the castle. Shoot. I think I need to go back to the swamp. It is a nice view. That's why I kind of got up here, so I could take a look around. Yeah, you know what? Let's just land over here. Nope. Just double check here. Okay, nope, that does nothing. Alright, back we go.
Here it comes.
Man. An entire vampire army thwarted by a sense of purpose. I don't know, he really wanted to go to the convenience store. What am I supposed to do? I yelled at him. It's interesting to me to see how they, between the map and just kind of the general environment, they do a good job of conveying kind of an open world feeling while also essentially moving you through these corridors, even if they are, you know, setting-wise outdoors. There we go. Strange echo on that. Although, this actually might help me with the problem that I had at the very beginning, which is, I remember the dark tinctured gate that I needed to go through was available almost immediately in the swamp area. So this should help me get there faster. Yeah, definitely. I am absolutely walking through the wasted riverbeds of Nosgoth. Wow, so there's a meal. I'm kind of surprised that these rings are filling up with whatever essence Raziel has. I'm also not entirely sure how to use them. I thought that they were waypoints, but you can't die and have to continue, so I'm unclear. And I also don't seem to see an option at the map to be able to interact with them. So yeah, I'm not totally sure what's up there. Alright, so this is not Dark Tincture specifically. This is just the Reaver, period. Evening, Viper. It's good to see you. Wait, you can die in the spirit realm? Really? I actually did not know you could do that. double secret die. Now, this is another fair comparison between this game and Soulsborne's Hamlet, which is that game is surprisingly easy to breeze through if you just run. If you just don't engage. Oh. Oh wait, no, I actually do want to be in the water. Huh. Wait. Do I... What is this? Vertic controls? I forget. Kind of. Okay, yeah, there's the Elder God. I mean, Raziel's arrogant, but is kind of cheeky and maybe tipping his hand a little bit for the Elder God to be kind of high and mighty to Raziel in turn. Because unless he has another Revenant running around out here doing his bidding, I think Raziel's the only game in town. Pun unintended. Oh no! Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Ah, yes, that's right. This is correct. Dive? Dive. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah, the way that that Raziel swims reminds me of Raiden's swimming animations from swimming sections of MGS2. Actually, kind of makes me want to tap the X button to make him swim faster, but doesn't look like that actually does that. It just gives him a stroke animation that I'm... Actually, I don't know. If Demented, if you've speedrun this, does tapping the X button make him swim faster, or is that just a different animation for it? Yeah, here we go. No, don't do that. Back up. R1 and X? Okay. Let's try that real quick. Oh yeah! Yeah, that does move faster. What's going on here? Well, next time I'm swimming for an extended period of time, I'll look into that. That's true. You don't have to manage to avoid drowning. Is this what I'm thinking of? Okay, I actually want to kill this person so I can explore a bit in peace. Good. Alright. It's good, that makes me happy. Generally don't like swimming, so anything to speed it up is welcome. Okay. So that... nothing there for me. I do not see what I have to gain over there, so let's hop down. Oh wait, no, that's backward. Ooh, I wonder if I can throw him in the water. Oh. What? He just dies of his wounds anyway? The vent? Do you mean the little, the sort of, Reaver infuser well thing? Yeah, I'm actually wondering what the outcome is for tossing a human in water, because even though they don't have a vampiric reason for dying, they might have a locomotion reason. Which is, they were not given an animation for swimming out. Okay. I'm gonna climb that, see what I can see. Pretty sure this is, Oh, it's not. Never mind. Jump? There we go. Is it... Well, now I think I'm right back to where I was when I started the stream. What? Yes, I am. There's my save point. Well, if I had a sword, I could do a beheading, but is that a frog or a... Oh, that's a dog. I don't want to mess with that. Yeah, at the end, the real treasure was the friends I made along the way. I didn't make any friends. It's still just me. It's Raziel. Dogs still hate me. Humans still call me a scourge. Good times. For revenants. Oh, that's just rude. That's right. Yeah, Raziel is the Bilbo Baggins for the 21st century. What? Who did that? Oh, you. Okay. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna keep running in this direction. And see what I find, and hopefully it is not the entrance to the temple that I just finished. This is This is the entrance to the temple that I just finished. Okay. Okay, game. What do you want me to do? So that's where it just came from. I think that's where it just came from. Yep, this is very ba-da-da-da-da-da. Game exploration. Oh man, maybe I should have killed a bunch of dudes so I could have a... Well, they don't leave corpses behind, but they do leave weapons, so that would have been a nice guide. Okay, that waypoint hasn't been activated, so this is new. Oh yeah, no, I'm actually really... that is a question that I have, is if the map was intended to have more utility. Okay. What? Is this the pool that... This has to be a different pool. Oh man, what am I using the Soul Reaver for? This is the... This is the entrance! Okay. You're doing something. Wait, what? Is this breaking? Okay. I thought for a second maybe that was shattering a little bit, but yeah, I'm back at that classic legacy of Kain place where all of my hypotheses were wrong about what I'm supposed to do next. Yeah. I'm seeing this mist here, which... Stop. Controller. Behave. I'm seeing this mist here. That's clearly Mobius's insignia, because it's the Mobius strip. And I guess that comes into play in the future. So I'm going to conclude, based on the fact that when I swam back to Mobius, there was a little scene there that... that probably affirms that that was the direction I was supposed to go in, so I'm gonna go back there. Alley-oop. Pardon me, that's gonna make me a little bit motion sick. There we go. Yeah, the yeah, it's definitely a pixel hunt. I remember back when I played Destiny, there was a raid that was like that, where the right way forward was this very tiny little little shred of light that was coming through a tunnel. You had to find your way over to it. Okay, this seems right. Demented, I do appreciate you you giving the spoiler-free commentary, because even if I do kind of scratch my head a little bit and have to kind of puzzle my way through it, I actually do enjoy the that. So okay. So here's this nonsense, which is not relevant to me right now, but this will all be drained at some point. Yeah, no, I can absolutely tell you that's appreciated. A dark font seems relevant. But is it relevant now? Alright, I do not believe it is relevant now. There we go. Raziel just casually swimming with what is probably 70 to 80 pounds of metal in his hand. Let's see what is at the bottom of this thing. Oh. Pardon me. I didn't know this barren scree was occupied. Okay, nothing down there. Alright, back in the water. So chatting with Mobius is my hint here, and oh, it's kind of neat. There are all these little nautiluses in the walls around where Mobius is.
Destroy Kain.
Yeah, hi. It's good to see you too, buddy. Alright, so he's got his little sucker-covered paw up on the pillars of Nosgoth. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Elder God. Did I say Mobius? No. No, Raziel. Jump. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I meant the Elder God. So save point. Anything special over here? Any doors off to the side? Nope. Nope. Let's check here. Any doors? Corridors? Nope. Nope. Nothing of the sort. Not at all. Evening, Logan. Yeah, no, there's a custom animated touch to it, where there's an artistry and a lack of assistance from mocap that is distinct. I agree. All right. No, stop that, dude. That's a great sound effect. Is this something? Does this do anything? Does this kill me? Am I dying right now? Nothing of the sort. Just green bubbling. Let's take a more careful look around here, since we are now past the point where Mobius gave us a pep talk. So this is a direction. Right? I wonder if it's unthreatening generally, or if this is just one of the benefits of being a revenant. My wrath protects me. Is there anything up here? I don't think so. I actually don't know if you can grab them as much in this one. Oh, I gotta throw this thing here. Yeah, for killing because you were killing vampires in the first one, and you needed to impale them or set them on fire, and so you had to grab them when they were bloodied and throw them onto a pike or something for that last 1 HP. Yes, in fact it was. You'd be surprised how little demand there is for it outside of science fiction. So, you know, you take the gigs you find. Hashtag just choir things. There's a light up here. Does light indicate progression? Light indicates atmosphere. Oh yeah, projectile knockback. I wonder. Well, according to Swimmy, I will definitely be going through that swamp again, and also according to that Mobius insignia. Alright. Here we are. Back here. At the pillars. Do a sweep of the perimeter. Wait, what? Oh, this... Vorador's birds. Vorador? Yeah, it's Vorador. Okay. Nothing in the perimeter. So, story-wise, well, as I understand it, is Raziel was returned from the dead by the Elder God with a mission to kill Kain and enact his revenge, and also for surely harmless and not at all suspicious ulterior reasons, particular to the Elder God. You pursue Kain, you kill your vampire brethren who Raziel believes were complicit in his unjust execution, and you finally chase Kain into the time chamber, which is Mobius's little hideout. He activates the time chamber and he goes back in time to where we are now, and this location is Nosgoth. At a certain point in the past, when vampires were being actively persecuted by humans, and their sort of like main folks were called the Seraphan, of whom Raziel was one. Oh, hello, there's this path. And oh wait, I remember this was my run around circle spot. So that kind of takes us to where we are now, as I am. Kain is somewhere in this time, and he is kind of maybe Raziel's friend now, the way he's behaving. And yeah, everybody's just being kind of vaguely conspiratorial toward Raziel, and he's running around doing Reaver things. Yeah, this is pre-apocalypse. This is before Kain. This is before Kain made the decision to not sacrifice himself and doom Nosgoth. All right, Something here? Yeah, no, Raziel's just, Kain did the dialing and Raziel said, hello? Picked up the phone and just started talking. Alright. So there's this. Can I go underwater here? I mean, I can technically, but not in a way that does me any good. Can I go through here? Nope, nothing there. Now I'm back at the bridge that has neat footstep sounds. Yeah, just use the time machine to go far back enough in time to where you don't have any problems. Alright, is this a way I can go? That is not a way I can go. So now I am on my I'm on my path back to the castle. And I guess I'm checking to see if there are any branches around here that will do me any good. First rule of a gunner. It's like Space Invaders. Don't fire it where they are. Fire it where they're going to be. Especially if your projectile is slow enough to be visible to the naked eye.
To arms.
Okay, so here's my 1.5 circles through this landscape. Let's see if there's anything here I missed the first time through. Is there anything up here? Is this the save point? This is the save point. So the only other option that I'm thinking of is maybe I need to swim in here to somewhere that will let me use the Dark Reaver in a meaningful manner. Is this the place? No, dude, don't go up. This is not a place.
Seize him.
How can you even see me? I guess these are Caribbean blue waters. Okay, Demented, I am stumped. I have been across this landscape back and forth twice now and don't see anything. So, any hint that you have as to where I should look, I am open to. Okay, so it's in the water. Okay, thank you. That's what I need to know, because I mean, the thing is, when you're sort of like exploring like this, I feel the same way with From Software games, Sekiro and the Souls games and the like, is when I get stuck, son of a, there we go. I am less concerned about spending a lot of time looking than I am spending a lot of time in an area that has nothing of value and turning over every stone and getting to know it excruciatingly well. Is that it? That is it? Is that it? Well, I'm gonna go over and look at it regardless. No, wait, what? Who are you? Oh, is this just a, Buddy, stay up. Okay, nothing there. I already have that. Or do I? No, my Reaver is unimbued. Oh, that's right. Swimmy, I remember you telling me that you have to re-imbue it every time you come through. That's where I jumped down. I am kind of recalling. I do like that they thought to add fish in the water. That's something that weirds me out every time I'm in a video game space and the small living creatures are not there. Thank God. I appreciate the heads up there. Hold on 1 second. I'm actually just really curious to see how long that took me. We're at 9:02. I started at 7:45, so it took me an hour and 15 minutes to find the next place to go. I think we might be streaming this into December at this rate. It's interesting that these things, the souls that pop out of them are the little roving skull souls that you see flying around, as opposed to the sort of oh, I told you to fly. Why didn't you fly? These sort of like shapeless souls that come out of humans. It kind of suggests that these are roving souls from the other side that that cross over as Raziel does himself. Ooh, mural. Evening, Ark. It's great to see you. Hope you get some good rest. Yeah, now I'm at the interesting part. You can safely go to bed, knowing my wandering is at an end. Well, these are neat. Although, Ark, I am curious, you mentioned that Bionic Commando was a cursed game. I'm actually curious to know, cursed in what sense? Though if you have to go to bed, please feel free to tell me later. There we go. Exposition time?
These murals left no room for doubt. These winged creatures were indeed the architects of the pillars. And while the images were difficult to decipher, the pillars appeared to banish or diminish their enemies somehow.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, no, it's just casual playthrough. Kind of enjoying it. Oh, okay, that was timed. Alright, here we go. Can I open this? Okay, maybe it takes something else that I don't have. There we go. Almost seems like an obscene gesture. Yes, it's interesting that so Amy Hennig was the director on this one, and she directed Uncharted, and I believe Uncharted 2. I think maybe 3. But just as I'm entering this room and I'm seeing all the different puzzle elements, it actually reminds me of playing through the Uncharted games and reaching one of the sort of treasure Indiana Jones problem-solving rooms that you get to as Nathan Drake. And it has that vibe. I can kind of see where some of that carries over. Pardon me. So I need something to stick in there. These are magic jewels. And it's also interesting to me that the confusions that I have with this game, in particular of what things to do next, and even when they boil down to something as simple as, oh, you actually can interact with this object that looks like part of the passive environment. Oh, weird. Oh, right, I need to re-imbue it. But yeah, so my frame of reference for the solutions to those design problems actually come from Uncharted. So I feel like there's some interplay here. By which I mean it seems like these are problems that that maybe Hennig learned how to solve by exploring them in this and other games. So with that in mind, given how influential the Uncharted games are to modern adventure games, these games would by right have a place in that genealogy. And that actually makes playing through them and even encountering the design challenges, and even places where I wish it were different, that makes playing through it feel more meaningful. Like I actually am finding kind of like a missing link. Dostoevsky novel? Yeah, I think that I can take credit for some of that because of my bumbling around. Later jumps. So I'm guessing that's an example, and if I do the same thing, yep, that's... Ooh, that's cool. No! Okay, so that that means no grabbing that stuff either. Alright. So I'm gonna poke out the evil eye. I know I don't have the dark. I figured I'd give it a shot. Okay, so this gets me material world on this side of that gate barrier. So now I need to go off in search of a dark essence well. What is this? It's like a place to put a thing. This looks like a thing to turn. To what end, I do not know. Alright. Just gotta find that well. Oh good, a weapon. Oh, whoa. Did I kill him? Or did I just bash him into the rock and he disappeared? I guess that's what happened. Oh, weird. These guys are like vampires. Okay. So this can turn. Or can it? This down here. Just a pit. No, I actually don't want that. So this shines a light over here. Nope, nope. Okay. What does this get me? Nope. Not as effective as I thought. Is there anything over here? Nope. Nope. Alright, let's jump down here. Is there anything here? What is this pit for? This pit's for falling into. Is there anything here I can grab? Nope. Maybe I need to open this gate first, and this does that. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I should have brought a... Totally feed you to my sword. Smart one. Yeah, no, it's been very cold here today. It snowed for the first time all winter. It's a very pleasing thing to happen. So I think what happened was the guys who have these little plates are little guardians of the temple, and when one of them appears, a gate of some sort closes. I needed to get his emblem, which he was using as a shield, and once I killed him, the gate opened, and the other hench thing disappeared. Is my read on it. Oh! Do I put it in this? No, that doesn't make sense. Probably this one. Going up. I believe it. I just need something to imbue my Reaver with darkness. Yeah, no, I remember from last year, I think. Yeah, it was last year. We had a lot of snow on the regular. And I was stuck indoors for upwards of about a month. I remember thinking at the time, like, gosh, this is maddening. Can't believe I've been inside for nearly a month. And, oh, what a taste of things to come that was. Alright, still looking around for the Reaver imbuement. Oh, can I turn this around? Yeah, there we go. I like the use of the purple in the distance. That's a neat sort of kind of mystical-ish way of conveying. There we go. Oh, that's cool. Guess from these creatures' point of view, Raziel just crossed through the gate and just kind of looked distractingly into the distance, distractedly into the distance, and just kind of awkward for a moment. They decided to smack him, and that brought us to where we are. Where is a place that I can resuscitate? This looks like something. You might be hearing something else. Which actions do you have in mind? Because no, I'm not button mashing too much tonight. Okay. Place where I can resuscitate coming up here. The Ben and Jerry's of the same same pedigree as the spring rolls, Space Hamlet. There we go. Take it. Grab the axe. There we go. All right. Finally. Oh wait, I need the Dark Reaver imbuement. So let's go get it. That sounds like a fine thing to jump into. Just I guess it depends on what your dietary goals are. Which is to say, if you have any, consider it in light of that. If you have none, absolutely eat it. There we go. Okay, so looks like there was a little key thing over there that I do want to unlock before I leave here, just in case. I can absolutely see myself getting into a position where I get nearly to the end and then find out that there was one small thing that I needed to unlock and neglected to. Oh, that's neat. They have a little kind of spine trailing, trailing spine behind them. That's cool. Right. And poke this. Oh, this is... It's a bridge? Oh. Can I open this gate? Seems like a knot. Oh, this place. Can I use it here? Okay. Oh, I totally want to open up a ton of doors now. Agreed, Grayling. Right. Solving some puzzles, getting that adventure game validation. Wow. Charge up the Reaver just a little bit and they go down with one hit. Yeah, right? Is there a door around here? I feel like there was a door over here. No, no, this leads me back to... That leads me in a circle I don't need to go in. Yeah, Raziel has, I don't know what the musculature of a revenant is, but he's wry, scrawny looking, but that's not a reason to underestimate him. He's pretty strong. My God, I made progress with a minimum of floundering around. I kind of don't know how much to believe this. Wait a minute, this is where I just was. What does this get me? Okay. Question now stands, what does this get me? Oh, I need this door open so I can transport the artifact back here. Now I can open up doors using the Dark Imbued Reaver, and I can blind that all-seeing eye with a Dark Reaver projectile, and then take the thing back. Cool. Out of my way, Buster. Got things to do. Oh! Yeah! Oh, that was... Go away. You as well. Ah, I got too careless where I was stepping. Okay, let's go back and re-imbue this thing. Yeah, no, I think the art direction on the environments is more on point in this one than it was in the first. So if I turn this thing... Oh, okay. Cool. This is already open. Okay, maybe this isn't too far of a jog back. Oh, it would have been wise to open this gate before I left. That's funny. I thought that the bridge that I activated earlier was the optional thing that I didn't want to miss. And it turns out this gate, in fact, was that. That's kind of neat. Evening Dream Bomb. every installment of this game pays homage to Dreamcast. How are you tonight? Once I make satisfactory progress through this, probably beating this temple, I'm gonna switch from Soul Reaver 2 over to Bionic Commando NES, which I got in the mail this week, and have not played in quite some time. I mean, I haven't played in quite some time prior to the time I just played through it yesterday, and seems like a good game to have on record for streaming. There we go. Oh. Now we open this. Oh, wild! Oh, that's cool! That actually makes those enemies make more sense. I like that. Yeah, Dreamcast was, Dreamcast is... I mean, I love the Dreamcast, and it's interesting because I feel like it ended right before it had the opportunity to 100% peak in its capabilities. So its legacy is really the exploration and experimentation and wonderful games that it was capable of during the early to mid period of a console's life cycle. The whole, you know, better to burn out than fade away thing. Take. Yes. No, 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 no. Okay. Whew. I was gonna zap me back to the Stone Age there for a second. Oh, wild. These things are afraid of it. That's cool. Huh. Neat. Okay. This is all coming full circle. I like that Soul Reaver 2's big puzzles are like level wide rather than discrete block puzzles as they were in the first game. Yeah. I actually didn't know they had a port of Half-Life planned for Dreamcast. Is this thing gonna chase me now? Is this a boss fight? This keeps escalating. Okay. Okay, it's just charging up the font, which I am very timidly, or actually rather boldly, given everything that's above it, about to drink from. That's good to hear, Dreambomb. Glad you're doing well. Okay.
I plunged the Reaver into the forge and imbued the blade with the elemental power of light. Thus armed, I now had the means to re-enter the stronghold and finally use Mobius's time-streaming device to accomplish my own ends.
Nice. Oh, nice. It's got a different kind of octave for swinging the sword around. That's cool. Just checking the time here. It took it took 30 minutes to do that whole dungeon, whereas it took me an hour and 15 to find it. Okay, gotta shoot the crystal to get out. Yes. Okay. That's interesting. I see the sky is changing. Is time passing while I'm doing this? It's kind of like a Bloodborne thing. I haven't been paying attention, so I don't know. So the exterior facade of this place looks pretty good. Is this, no, this is not. But, game, you cannot fool me again. I know there is a way out here. Just going to smear my protagonist Resident Evil style against every edge of the level until I find it. Okay, I remember seeing this thing as I entered, so I thought that it was here? Is it over here? No, camera, stop! Be still. Is it over here? It is not. Yeah, I feel like it looks a little duskier too. Yes, Grayling, I think that's right. I feel like modern games have kind of adopted sort of a universal solution for what to do with the camera, and this is still kind of back when there was a lot of exploration around figuring out what that looks and feels like. How am I missing this thing again? Like, I'm pretty sure it was over here. Did this thing close? maybe I need to open it again. So what needs to happen here? It is, in fact, what needs to happen. Well, Nosgoth does get dustier as time goes on, so that's not totally wrong. Alright. Good stuff. Whew. Alright, I'm going to save the game. I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back. So, 1 second. Alright, good news. Good news, we got Dr. Dinnerbell. Dr. Dinnerbell. He's a professional in all capacities, including knowing when it's time to eat. He's very good at informing us of exactly that. Hey buddy, you got some good purrs for us? I think you do. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, this is the VIP. Oh, VIP's drooling. Yes, he is. He's a happy fella. He's always so tired. Yeah, this guy is great, especially right now because given his density and given the amount of floof that he has, this seems like a cat that was born to live in a cold environment. And now that it's finally snowing, the first snow we've had with him in the house, it's very clear that he wants no part of it. Oh, yes, sir. Aw. Yes, friend. You can go back to sleep now. Oh, yeah, you're a good guy. Come on. Come on. Pardon me. All right, good. Good. I think that... besides the fact that that he is loved, it's a little known fact that every time the panda appears on the stream, reality's game is saved. So if something goes horrendously wrong with the experiment that we call existence, we can just soft reset back to the last time Panda was on camera. Yes. Catching up here. That's interesting. I played Rocket League a few times, but I haven't played it very much, so unfortunately don't know a whole lot about its camera system. Let's see. Oop. But I can tell you, my favorite camera ever. And I understand that it does not work for all genres and therefore cannot be considered a universal staple or something that should be learned from for every game, but nonetheless, the best camera of all time is God Hands. Alright, back in the castle. That's right, buddy, you can close that door. I'm not trapped in here with them. They're trapped in here with me. That's the way this goes. Oh my. Raziel! There we go. Hey, buddy, just swing to the left. You've got this. Alright, beheadings. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Yes, I do. Yeah, IGN's God Hand review is kind of legendary. Actually, as long as I don't try to whoops. As long as I don't try to combo, sword swiping keeps Raziel and the enemy close to each other, and also hits them before they can really recover. Well, maybe that's because I had him against the wall. right. Yeah, Swimmy, that's, and a few other things about it have not aged very well. And it is a shame. Oh, I maybe wanted to keep those swords. This is pretty good aggressive triumphal return music. No, I agree, and that would absolutely fit the comedic tone of the rest of the game too. Looks like a vamp.
Show yourself, Kain.
Here, Raziel.
Yeah!
Everything is decided here. You cannot comprehend the magnitude, the rapture and the tragedy of this moment. And yet you must, if Nosgoth is to be dragged from the wreckage of its damnation.
I understand only this, Kain. That you and Mobius have impelled me to this moment simply means I can trust neither of you. I don't know who's pulling the strings, but it no longer matters, because I'm cutting them. I set my own course from here.
If it were only that simple.
Your fatalism is tiresome, Kain.
And profoundly ingrained, Raziel. You must understand, our presence here doesn't alter history. You and I meet here because we are compelled to. We have always met here. History is irredeemable. Drop a stone into a rushing river. The current simply courses around it and flows on as if the obstruction were never there. You and I are pebbles, Raziel, and have even less hope of disrupting the time stream. The continuum of history is simply too strong, too resilient. Except, then how do we explain William here? The beloved boy king turned tyrant. In my youth, I witnessed William's rise to power and his transformation into the nemesis who laid waste to Nosgoth.
Keep your distance, Kain.
Years later, I stumble upon a chance to journey back in history, unaware that the entire affair has been carefully orchestrated by Mobius. In my wisdom, I seize this opportunity to murder the young king before he can ravage Nosgoth, and thereby provide the catalyst Mobius needs to ignite a genocidal war against our race.
I warn you, no further.
This one reckless act unravels the skein of history. The nemesis never becomes the nemesis. William dies a martyred saint. I, the vampire assassin, become the author of my own species' extinction, and Mobius profits from it all. I destroyed a tyrant only to create one far worse. But how can it be so? How, if history is immutable? The answer is here in this room, Raziel. Mobius propelled William and me together, but ensured first that we were both armed with the Soul Reaver. The Reaver is the key. Two incarnations of the blade meet in time and space. A paradox is created, a temporal distortion powerful enough to derail history.
Is this your sorcery?
Not mine, Raziel. Yours. You have nothing to fear from me, Raziel. You hold all the cards.
Then perhaps I should test your sincerity. If what you say is true, you should be terrified. I could kill you here and now.
And so you do, Raziel.
What's happening?
We're hurtling towards our destinies, Raziel. What you feel is the pull of history rushing to meet us. This is where history and destiny collide.
This is so good.
If you truly believe in free will, Raziel, now is the time to prove it. Kill me now, and we both become pawns of history, dragged down the path of an artificial destiny. I was ordained to assume the role of Balance Guardian in Nosgoth, while you were destined to be its savior. But the map of my fate was redrawn by Mobius, and so in turn was yours.
This is madness.
Fight it, Raziel. This moment does not have to be an ending. It can become a prelude.
I can't.
You can, Raziel. Look inside and see that it is so. You have the power to reshape our inevitable futures.
This is the kind of like lore info dump encounter that absolutely belongs in this game.
What is this?
History abhors a paradox, Raziel. Even now, the time stream strains to divert itself, finding its old course blocked by your refusal to destroy me. The future is reshuffling itself to accommodate your monumental decision. This is where we restore ourselves, Raziel, and reclaim our intended destinies. It may yet be possible for me to assume my role as Balance Guardian and return the pillars to their rightful inheritors.
To the vampires. And this is the destiny you have urged me to discover. I don't know what game you and Mobius are playing, Kain, but I refuse to be your pawn. Unlike you, I still revere whatever shred of humanity I've managed to preserve. You will not use me as the instrument of your messianic delusions.
Very well, Raziel. I'll not ask you to trust me. Your truths are for you to discover alone.
Aw, Kane's a good dad.
Humble words for one who presumes to teach me a lesson at every turn.
And continue your journey and learn your own lessons, Raziel. Remember, Mobius led you here, but you walk away unfettered. A champion of free will and conqueror of false histories. There is much more for you to unearth, if you have the heart for the truth and the will to see it.
All right. That is good stuff. Love the voice acting, love the writing, and it's a really cool story moment. And yeah, the camera's kind of wonky. I wonder. Let's see, doing it out here too. It is. Yeah, it's I think because I mean my guess is that this is an intersection of different histories where it can branch off and things get a little weird and wonky. So that's why it's doing this. But yeah, it is an interesting stylistic choice. Showing that space is as unstable as time, and this is the way that they chose to communicate that. Can be a little vertigo-inducing. I wonder if it gets worse when I get in here. Yeah, actually, it becomes even more erratic. Prince William looking real big like a Final Fantasy Tactics character there. I'm catching up on Shaq here. Catching up on Shaq. Sounds like I'm trying to follow up on episodes of a TV show that was never made. Oh no, Raziel's haircut is, Junked. Raziel's haircut is very 90s. Very 90s and early aughts, I think. He's, I mean, except for the parted bangs in the front, it's very Leon Kennedy from RE2 original. What's up, guys? Only one of you chumps with free will walking through here. Is that a gun? That's his gun! Can I take his gun? Aw, I can't take his gun. Well, it's interesting that they chose that that particular effect, Swimmy, to, I mean, I guess the time and the manipulation of its perception very much fits that. So I guess I'm going back to the time streaming room, is what I think I'm doing. Well, no free snacks. Oh, this seems to be a one-way... Okay, that is one way. So I can't do that. But I do still think I need to go back to the time chamber. At least that's what being the only one with free will makes me think I can do, or need to do. Dude. There we go. Well, yeah, you have to figure that the pushing resistance makes sense maybe like the first 3 or 4 times that Raziel does it, but after that he's got to know what he's doing, right? Oh wait, there was that place with Mobius's insignia on it, and maybe I can do something with that now. Because I think that is the only place left in... At least so far as doors that I've been shown, this is the only place left where I have anything I can do something at. Okay. Now let's shoot this thing. Touching back on something that chat weighed in on, I think probably my favorite thing about the God Hand camera is the fact that it doesn't act like an object in the world that gets moved around when it runs into a wall or an obstacle. It just clips everything straight out. And as a player in an action game, I like that very much because I want as much relevant information as possible without style interfering too much. At least in that action game, and brawlers like it. Is my preference. suspiciously empty. I agree. I imagine a ROM hack would be able to, or an ISO hack would be able to reveal this, but I'm actually very curious to see how detailed Jean's face is in the actual gameplay section, because, you know, there's a lot of detail given to his costumes, because you're seeing a lot of that. Wonder if Vorador has anything to say to me now. But yeah, I'm actually curious. I mean, sometimes they even think maybe they didn't render his face at all, because you never see it. The music here is different too. This is very eerie. Oh, there we go.
Seize him.
Alright, let's see what the pillars have to say now. Oh, looks like something new is there? Oh no, that's just a banner in front. Well, maybe the Elder God has something to say. Yeah, that's right, you do. So yeah, that probably answers it right there. Pillars are, well, you find out that the pillars actually go quite deep underground as well. They extend far up into the sky past which you can see, kind of like the trees in the Hunter's Dream in Bloodborne. So they're like sky-holding pillars. And the only thing I'm coming back here for is to see if that Mobius, first to see if the Elder God has anything to say, since now I'm presumably free from being his lackey, and also to see if that Mobius door is broken down. Eerily quiet. Let's go ahead and save my game here too.
To heed me, Raziel.
Wonder if he knows that I haven't killed Kain yet. That's interesting. Space Hamlet, which example? Do you have like an example of that? I'm curious. Same, Space Hamlet. There's I found it years ago and have lost it since. There's a short story about a kid who jumps off of a local famous diving point, and kind of the dare is that you dive down. There is a crevice that takes you through kind of a corridor through a rock, and you come out on the other side. And so the kid does the deep dive, and he goes down into the passage, and he gets stuck partway through, and it's the story is kind of about him coming to grips with the fact that he might have just killed himself doing something that was it's kind of dumb and maybe not worth dying over. But then at the end, of course, he makes it, and I don't remember what the resolution was on that, actually. I don't remember if, and I guess I'm not really spoiling anything significant by saying that he makes it, because, it's more about the takeaway that he has from the experience. It's kind of the point. And I actually don't remember what the takeaway is, so I would like to find that short story again and kind of re-familiarize myself with it. Alright, Mobius door, where are you? There you are. I don't remember. That's the thing. I'll need to do a very vague Google search to find that. This place is suspiciously empty. So, Elder God had nothing to say. Mobius door was a dud. So now I guess I'm looking for Vorador to see if that does something. This place is suspiciously empty. Oh no, there we go. There's a guy. Yes, for those of you who it's past midnight, happy Valentine's Day. Yeah. Okay. I think I am back at the same giant question mark I had for the first hour and 15 minutes of the stream. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean by that now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, where you kind of like see over his shoulder, kind of like Leon in RE4. So, what do I do next? Actually, what time is it? That's a good question. I am not averse to at least getting to where we need to be like next time. I think that would be a wise use of the end of the Soul Reaver 2 stream. At the same time, I kind of don't want to flounder around too much. So give me 1 second. I'm going to grab my phone and look up where I'm supposed to go next, so we can set up for an easier entry next time. Oh, there it is. Excellent. Yep. Well, something I have discovered is that, especially if it's going to be like running around for like an hour, going over the same ground a few different times, I am fine giving myself a nudge in the right direction, unless Demented is still around and would like to give a vague hint or kind of general direction where to go. That's what I'm looking at here. Oh, I've got to tell you, pop-up ads are brutal on old phones. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So my impulse, my instinct was correct. But I missed some way of getting there. Wait, what? Okay, where I needed to go was back at the Seraphan stronghold. I'm making this trip one more time. Evening, Felix. I used to do that as well, and I believe the repetitive motion kind of resulted in a slight injury, so I stopped doing it. Kind of like popping my knuckles. This is not the way. There we go. That is... what is that over there? There's a light well, but I don't think I need that. Alright, I've got to swim through all this stuff. Oh man, I do wish there was quick travel available. Although, in the game's defense, it might not have intended me to get this lost 3 times, so quick travel might not have seemed like something that would have been particularly high priority. And yes, I will let you know while you're ahead, because at the end of the day, when you're not young anymore, your neck does not like the fact that you have done that for a while. Let's see. Yeah. And after a while, your neck stops sort of responding to that. Just kind of stretch your muscles a little bit. Okay, there we go. What am I looking at here? I want to go over here. Good. I'm super interested to see how, oh wait, this is not where I want to go. To see how Legacy of Kain Defiance handles some of the sort of design elements that are sort of tripping me up a little bit and leading me to run in circles or backtrack unnecessarily. There we go. I seem to remember that game being much more straightaway linear, and did I just fall back down into... No, this is correct. Much more straightaway linear and less less adventure exploration. You know, and even if, like, I don't remember if this area was silent before, and I also don't remember offhand if the areas that feel depopulated now actually were previously. But if these are, in fact, changes in response to Raziel having, as Kain said, reshuffled the cards of history, those are pretty cool small details to put in here. That's a neat way of communicating that the fabric of reality is now kind of off guard, or on its guard, rather. A little more tense, a little less self-assured. Wander above the sea of fog? Do you mean like from maybe I'm misunderstanding, but do you mean that from like Shadow of the Colossus? Oh, probably have, but I do not recognize the recognize it by the title. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about now. I've seen that attached to so many different web pages and web pages, book covers of things Nietzsche related. So that makes sense. Where is my font? My light font. Probably over here. I'm actually very curious to know how frequently the mistakes I am making are made by players of this game. Yeah, this place is definitely depopulated now. I remember being pretty persistently harassed last time I was through here. Okay, so it looks like there are some double doors that I need to go through to get back to the time streaming room. There's this over here, and last time I went through there, I think there was no no reincorporating spot here. A little blue thing on the ground. Nope, that's correct. All their Seraphan training did not prepare them for jabs. Yeah, I agree. I think that's the strongest stylized. What are you doing there? Strongest stylized way of doing it. Wait a minute. If I need to do what I think I need to do, I'm gonna feel kind of pretty daft. Alright, so there's a light font. There's a dark font. Do I need to shoot something with the light Reaver in here? Is that a door I should go through? I don't remember going through this door, so let's check it out.
Seize him. Prepare to die.
Okay, so that side door is where I needed to go. This is all looking super familiar now. Yes, this is my way back to the time streaming device. Yeah, I can hear that. Yeah, right? Like, I wish there had been some sort of arrow or something pointing me in that direction. And maybe there was, and I missed it. In which case I would have liked a second chance. This is like Naked Snake getting out of the sewers quality of running away.
Seize him.
Wow. That Reaver gets tough fast. It's very funny that I've got this very tense music. Clearly, it was waiting on me to do this as soon as the whole cutscene with Kain happened, and this whole moment has just been very patiently waiting for me to get it moving. There we go. Sorry, dramatic moment. I'm here. It's interesting. I'm guessing that's Raziel. All right. Here's my door.
Ah, yes. I like that look on your face, Mobius. You really don't know what to do now, do you, old man? Here you are, caught without your damn staff. And I suspect things aren't progressing quite as you'd hoped. You're not used to the fly turning to confront you in your web, are you?
Kain's devious influence has poisoned your mind, Raziel. Now you see betrayal everywhere, even in your closest allies.
We were never allies, Mobius. Conspirators, perhaps. Briefly.
Why did you not kill Kain when you had the chance? He was at your mercy.
Precisely. I had a choice, and I chose mercy. And now I know your sordid little secret. The significance of that displacement I felt when the two Reavers came together. Strangely enough, I was enlightened by the devious Kain, not by you. In fact, I've learned much more than you counted on. I understand now how you've tried to manipulate all of history for your own personal gain. But now all your little schemes are whirling in ruin around you, aren't they? all because I chose to exert my will for once, rather than obey the demands of sorcerers and spirits and demons, all singing the same tiresome refrain, "Kill Kain." I'm setting my own path from here, Mobius. I intend to discover the truth behind all of this.
But you condemn us all with this impetuous act.
Hardly impetuous. It took all the will I could muster. Has my refusal to kill Kain reshuffled your carefully stacked deck of cards?
You really think that you're exercising your free will, Raziel? You're simply Kain's servant.
I do not serve Kain. I merely did not kill him.
Raziel, do not forget your purpose here. You are destined to be the savior of Nosgoth.
Oh, I'm sick of hearing that particular phrase. As for saving Nosgoth, so far I see precious little reason to bother. And I'll choose my own purpose from here on out, Time Streamer. Right now, I choose to manipulate you for a change. Go. In there.
What are you doing?
Come now, Mobius. You're a cunning serpent. You'll piece it together, I imagine. This error is of no further use to me. You will operate this device to provide me passage. I want to see the world in a simpler time, before the Sarafan began their crusade.
And what about Kain? You're leaving your core behind.
You kill him if it's so damned important.
You need only touch the two poles of the switch, and the device will transport you. But I urge you to reconsider.
You've lost your powers of persuasion, old man. Rot here and forget me.
Why does he even trust him? Oh, yep, there we go. What I find interesting about this is that Raziel's doing a kind of a neat thing by refusing the narratives of either Kain or the Elder God or Mobius, and at the same time he's also still kind of daft and still believing the last thing somebody told him. So he's getting better, but still doesn't have all the equipment that he needs to make the best choices. Yeah, I remember Mobius showing up in Defiance, so I assume that he's doing all right.
Even as I emerged from that infernal time-streaming chamber, I suspected treachery. The stronghold was vacant. Derelict. Abandoned.
Well, those are new. This, what is this? Okay, that's the room. What is this over here? Oh wow, the humans are fighting those things. Alright, so there's another door over here that I want to check. Just in case. It's a save point. Oh wait, that's where I came through. This is... No wait, that was where I came through. This is something else? Are these identical rooms? they are identical rooms, weirdly. I am missing the first game's save at any time design right about now. Whoa! Yikes! I'm getting out of here. No, no, I don't want this dumb thing. Absolutely need the Soul Reaver now. Oh man, again, definitely not the weapon I want. All right. Still surviving. This is locked. So none of that. Yeah, this place is pretty ruined. Please die so I can heal. Thank you. Oh wow. It's kind of neat that that these guys are fighting each other, and I am now not the hunted party. Is there a door up here? It is locked. So, nothing for me up here. Oh boy. Is this where I came in? No, this is the right way, I think. Yep. What's kind of great about this sequence is, I mean, honestly, until now, using the Reaver has not been a priority, and now it's a necessity.
If I had any doubts about the era I now occupied, this grotesque tableau certainly eliminated them. For here was Mobius, long since murdered by Kain, lionized and beatified as the martyred leader of his bloodthirsty crusade. And if I required further evidence, I needed only to behold the gruesome trophy Mobius held aloft. The severed head of Vorador. The final triumphant kill of Mobius's cutthroat mob. His execution marked the annihilation of the vampires. Far from channeling me into Nosgoth's past, Mobius had propelled me over a century to its ghastly future.
Wow, that's actually Vorador's
The
head.
intent behind this little detour was unmistakable. Having failed to make me his obedient assassin, Mobius intended to keep me ignorant of my true destiny, which clearly lay in Nosgoth's past. While his deception only reinforced my purpose, Mobius had effectively stranded me here. This left me no course but to explore the era I now occupied and see what changes the century had wrought, following Kain's ill-fated decision. Perhaps time had cleared a path for me into the mountains, where I might unearth more clues behind the mystery of Janos Audron.
Well, thank you for stopping by, Space Hamlet. As soon as I get to a save point on this, I'm gonna play Bionic Commando and see if I can make it through that in about 45 minutes, I think. But yeah, if you want to catch the VOD on that, it'll be up, and I hope you have a great night. Thank you for coming by. Okay, so this is my way out. Ooh. Oh, crap. Okay, they can follow me. That's not good. Woo! Go, 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 go! Dude, open the door! Okay.
Raziel.
What pathetic charade is this now, Mobius?
No charade, Raziel. Only the entreaties of this martyred spirit.
Your pleas mean nothing to me after all your deceit. You have propelled me into Nosgoth's future, Mobius, and left me stranded here.
I am truly sorry, Raziel, but it was necessary. Consider it the last valiant act of a doomed man. You have strayed from your purpose, and now behold the result. Gaze upon the wasteland you and Kain authored together.
I fail to see how I'm responsible.
You spared Kain, and by doing so, you have released a multitude of horrors upon this world. I can accept that Kain has murdered me, as the Time Guardian. I foresaw that incident long before it occurred, and I take some small comfort in the fact that Kain remains the sole survivor of his vile breed. But you have single-handedly made my sacrifice meaningless.
Your argument is disingenuous, Time Streamer. I cannot see how killing or sparing Kain's future self would alter these events. This wasteland was created by Kain's original refusal at the Pillars. Amidst all these twists and turns, that event has never changed. You are cunning, Mobius. I think you've gotten tangled in your own web.
As Kain clings to his precious seat of power, the pillars sink into a mire of decay, dragging all of Nosgoth down with them.
I don't think this has anything to do with the Pillars, or Kain's failure to sacrifice himself. I think you're simply afraid, because you don't know what he's up to. He's a wild card, isn't he? And you don't want his influence in your game. Which is why you wanted me to eliminate him. Well, now that he survived, you have no idea what's coming, do you? Maybe, for the first time in your entire life, you're terrified that he may have truly found a third option out of the dilemma you orchestrated for him.
Kain's lies have addled your mind. Leave this place and trouble my spirit no more.
If you even are a spirit, you've forgotten. I have a way to tell for sure. If you're willing to risk it. I don't think so. Either way, you lose.
It's interesting that Raziel's... I mean, he's got kind of a Raiden thing going on here. His confidence is coming from... Yo! Oh, I gotta kill you guys. His confidence is coming from things that he has heard other people say. Kain in particular. These ideas aren't really 100% his alone. Alright, save point. Okay, so that wraps up part 2 of Soul Reaver 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the stream real fast. I'm going to fire up Bionic Commando, and we're going to do a playthrough of that. I think that'll probably take about 45 minutes, if I'm remembering right. And yeah, that'll be fun. So, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.